you always talk about the value that you will be getting from the company. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Correct, correct,
It's
correct.
not about packages.
See, I think there's a referring to
So
the same
basically,
problem again.
yeah,
The monetary, the paycheck problem
sure.
that you were
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, what were you saying, Sita?
So basically, what I was saying was like Avinash was I mean, like Avinash was saying basically the potential we attain from the startups. If we work in a startup, the amount of uh, contribution that we'll be making, and the amount of work we'll be doing, and the amount of learning that we get from a startup will be tremendous
Correct.
when we compare to working in an established company where we have to work under the instructions of our person who do we have to report to. That's what
Correct, correct,
Avinash was saying. I would agree with him. Yeah.
correct. But but all the people that the best people, whoever it is, the best people who we want to recruit, they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
They're all migrating
Yeah.
to countries like
Right.
US, Canada, to UK, and all the developed countries, all the developed nations, and it is a brain drain, right? It's completely a brain drain, and we as startups, we are unable to recruit our own people. We are unable to recruit Indians, and we are moving to places like Philippines and Indonesia and Uganda.
Uganda. Yeah.
Exactly, because we have people from Uganda working in our company because we know that talent from India is not in India anymore. So how do you even think India will actually become a superpower in 2040, Sitaram? Do you even agree with the fact that India will become a superpower in 2040?
Yeah. So basically, like all the Indians are basically status driven. That's what I would think. Because see,
Correct.
if they are like as I think in the initial stages of our journey, I actually told you this. So basically, people get the status from wearing an ID card, wearing a tie, and going to an office. That's where their status lie in. So
Correct.
like,
Correct.
and the status also lie in bigger paychecks, as I mentioned, right? So if in the initial stages of startup in India, we won't be able to. I mean, like the startup will not be able to pay as much, right? So they'll be migrating to different countries to seek different opportunities. So
Correct.
what I would say is like the major I mean like unicorns like the recent unicorns like CRED, Byju's, these are the people are able to pay I mean like are able to pay their interns or employees well. This is because of their easiness to get into their industry. Again,
Correct.
if we are I mean like thinking back to the government, like if the government is making us uh, possible to seek and like go and seek the access towards the industrialists and all this ease of business, we will be able to pay our interns and employees uh, well, and we be able to make them stay back in India and not go migrate to the other countries. That's what I would
Correct.
feel.
Correct. 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 But don't you
So if
think?
we
Yeah.
have the all the if we yeah, if we have all the talent in India retained, we will be a superpower for sure. That's what is my opinion. But since the scenario is not really working
Exactly,
fine for us, it may not really work.
in our favor.
I still I'm like I still doubt that we will be uh, a superpower in 2040. And also if you look at the stats, like we have 1.45 billion, or I don't know, I cannot keep track, it keeps on growing, the population, right? So most of it is like going out. We have
Correct.
to give them certain incentives, and like also like even the entrepreneurs are not being honored in India. That's one of
Exactly,
the
exactly,
biggest
exactly. I'll
biggest
tell you
thing.
who are being honored. Only entertainers are
Yeah.
being honored.
That, yeah.
Entertainers,
Yeah.
cricketers, actors. See, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. But when you actually see, entrepreneurs are the one who actually create jobs, and they are the ones who pay them so that they can buy tickets and watch those movies.
And they are the major contributors towards GDP. But
Exactly,
these people are not being honored. That's where
exactly.
the major flaw lies in. That's my opinion.
True, true, true.
If all these things are taken care of, definitely I believe that in 2040 or earlier, maybe a bit earlier also, we will
Correct,
be a superpower for sure.
correct.
Yeah, these are the things should be taken care of.
Any thoughts, Avinash?
Yeah. The thing is that we always have such kind of things in our country. You cannot blame anyone because that's how our system is. I mean, like, it got habituated to that. I mean, like, see, for the past decades, if you watch that, I mean, if you observe that fact, the people have been, showing affection towards the actors, towards the cricketers, towards the politicians. But apart from all of these people, the country's wealth lies in the entrepreneurs,
Good.
the business people, because they are the main reason for this GDP. They are the main reason for the country's wealth. They are paying the taxes. I'm not saying that actors, cricketers, politicians are not paying. They are also paying, but the employment is given by the business people, right? If there
Correct.
are no business people in India, where will these employees go?
Correct.
Where I mean, the unemployment will be hitting us hard, like the
Correct.
corona pandemic.
Correct. Correct.
That's what I think.
And see, what we're actually referring to is just capitalism, right? We want
Yeah.
what we as business people, what we are seeking is, see, to be honest, we are capitalists, right? Capitalist is simple,
Yeah.
is just building of capital, being capital driven, right? See, I don't know why there is this notion of being a capitalist as a negative thing, because all that people, in India, everyone is against capitalism. Like you see, if someone's actually going in an S class, people just look at him and say, oh, look at him, he might have just he might have just eaten some people's money. That's what they say, right? We have these proverbs in our regional
Yeah.
languages, but you understand, right? People just think that these
Yeah.
rich people or these capitalists are actually feasting on other people's money, and that's why they have that, which is completely wrong. The reason why they have that, they have the car, or they have the, any kind of luxury piece of anything, is because they have created that much of employment, and they have created that much of wealth for not just that person, but other people also. See, you know uh, we actually have this, we are just seeing the start of a vast difference, a vast increase in wealth, right?
Yeah.
Poor people are
Yeah.
becoming poor, and rich are just getting richer. There will be a lot of difference in wealth,
Yeah.
but when we create a system of capitalism, everybody's wealth will increase. See, the capitalist, they will get drastically rich, they will drastically get wealthier than others, but the entire wealth of the nation will increase. The entire wealth of the nation will increase. And one more thing I'd like to add is, see, the GDP. We just keep telling, we're the I don't know, I think we're the 14th, we're the 14th highest GDP, and we keep telling this, but out of 1.3 billion people, there is only that small percentage of people who are actually contributing to the GDP, and not these people who are just on
Yeah.
TikToks
Yeah.
and PUBGs, right? I see nothing wrong with it, but if you're just a consumer and you're not a producer, I don't see India becoming a superpower nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But the thing is that, everyone, like, see, people always follow statistics, right? I mean, every time they believe statistics always go right. When you talk about India, how India would be after 2040, the statistics say that as of now, like, the per capita GDP growth might be, around, I don't know the exact number, but the thing is that it might increase to 5.5%. I mean, by 2040. That's what I'm referring
Right.
to, right? And when you have the population of 1.6 billion, by 2040, you will be having, I mean, our India will be having the population of 1.6 billion. I'm just thinking, I mean, like, see, if you have the population of that much, will the country, or will we able to provide employment to the youth? Do you
Not
think
really.
so? Do you think we can be able to provide employment to every person in the country?
Yeah. So coming back to the point, like I want to add something. Like, so basically in IT sector right now,